students of Trinity College of Engineering, a very warm welcome on this small session on condition monitoring of rotating machines. My dear students, you will be joining very soon in various organizations, be it production, be it maintenance, be it pharma, be it steel plant or cement. Various companies will have various types of machines, rotating machines, where high speeds will be encountered, and you need to keep all the machines in a very good condition. Any company doesn't want failure, you know, otherwise the production will halt and there will be huge losses. And that is why you will all be on your toes to keep the machines running of any organization. You will be responsible for that. So, how to keep all the machines in a highly reliable condition? Whenever we go to any, when we ride with a car, then we don't want our car to fail because of some abnormality. In the same way, many machines, all machines are rotating. Everything is rotating in this world, be it the wheels of a car or be it the wheels of a fan or turbine or pump or compressor. In fact, without rotation, there won't be the life is not possible. See, rotation means production. Rotation means moving from one place to another. Rotation means going from the ground to the skies, and from skies coming onto the ground. So even everything is rotating, you have to see that the spares which are responsible for rotation should be in the best condition possible. And do you know what is that single part of the machine which is very, very important? We say it is a heart of machine. So that particular part of machine is called bearing. Bearing takes the full load of the machine, and at the same time it takes the speed also. It has to withstand the speed and load, and it has to operate in a very reliable fashion for a long period of time without any failure. But is there any machine which doesn't fail at all? Yeah, it is very, very difficult to find such a machine which will never fail. And that is why you need to keep a watch on all these machines which are rotating. And what is the main rotating part? You know, the bearing is the main rotating part. And that is why bearing is called the heart of machine. So how to come to know whether bearing is in good condition or not? So there are so many techniques, not only bearing, whether the coupling, whether the shaft which is rotating, whether impellers which are rotating with the shaft, all these are kept in check for the best operation, so that there should not be any failures. So I would like to tell you in a little gist what exactly and what are the various techniques by which we can come to know that there is some problem in the machine or not. So this particular technique is called the condition monitoring of rotating machines. And this condition monitoring of rotating machines is nothing but monitoring the condition. Condition monitoring of rotating machines means what? Monitoring the condition of a patient in a hospital and a machine in a factory. Very simple. A patient in a hospital and a machine in a factory. See whether it makes sense. I will give you a simple example. When you go to any hospital, if somebody is not well, what the doctor will do? He will first check his heartbeats with a stethoscope. Is it not? He will check the heartbeats with stethoscope. In the same way, we have a stethoscope, a sensor which is put on the bearing housing, and we also can check the beats of the machine. That is what is called vibration. Higher the vibration, higher the likelihood of machine to fail. And that is why we have to check all these parameters. Next, doctor will check his temperature, whether he is having fever or not. In the same way, what we do, we also check the bearing temperatures, machine temperatures, whether temperature is high. Temperature should be at normal operating condition, is it not? So this is the second parameter. The third parameter, doctor will check his blood, whether blood is having some virus or contamination. In the same way, we change oil and lubrication, whether lubrication is proper, or if the lubrication is not proper, then we can find out what is the contamination in the oil with a very, very high level microscope. And so these are only few techniques I am just talking about because of limitation of time. But we will be teaching you all these techniques to keep the machines in very highly reliable state. One by one, the sessions will go on different topics like thermography. Then there will be vibration monitoring, lubrication analysis, motor current signature analysis, and there are so many other topics like destructive testing, where radiography is there. Then there is thickness testing of pipelines, and there are so many other techniques by which we will be giving you an insight which will be helpful for you throughout your life, and you will never forget, yes, that we have studied all these techniques. And wherever, in whichever industry you go, all these techniques may not be useful, but some techniques out of 10 or 15 techniques will be very much useful in any industry. That assurance we can give you, and that is how we are going to conduct these training programs in capsule like things, and we will be giving you MCQs after the training session is over. So let me give you a very simple session of vibration monitoring. Let us see. I would like to share a screen. So you will be able to see these workshops, which are we will be giving you online workshops, and also the videos and audios. I don't want to show everything, but only some few things which are important. We will be conducting such workshop because of pandemic situation, so that you will get the maximum. But at the same time, we will try to come down to your college and give you practicals as well, no as soon as this pandemic situation is over. So this is how we can show you the different training programs, and we have also designed the various vibration topics like this. Let me show you one or two, and then we will go ahead. So the condition monitoring technique is a three-step approach. One is detection of abnormality. The second is analysis, why that detection abnormality has come into the machine. And third is corrective action. If the abnormality has come, then you have to correct. And that is how, as you know, that for a human being, we check blood pressure, temperature, lung capacity, blood checkup, endoscopy, X-ray. In the same way, for machinery, there are so many parameters you can see here. Just now I mentioned pressure volume curves, thermography, corrosion monitoring, thickness testing, ultrasonic test, acoustic test, and so on. Vibration, I would like to just give just little introduction of vibration. If the vibration is high, whenever you go by some car or a train, and if all of a sudden some sound comes and vibration is there, you get panicky because something is wrong. In the same way, when the machinery vibrations increase, something is wrong. And what is that something is wrong? It can be unbalance, it can be misalignment, it can be looseness, resonance, bearing damage, gear damage, and so on. So we have to identify why this particular abnormality has crept in inside the machine. So rotating machines are different types. Reciprocating machines are also there. Reciprocating pumps and compressors are there. Pipelines and foundations in every industry you have to keep in good condition. Buildings and structures also will have vibrations, and automobile industry, and so many applications for condition. Like how a doctor takes a cardiogram and he sees the condition of a heart of a patient. In the similar way, the frequency domain or frequency spectrum or fast Fourier transform, what we call very popular, can tell you exact problem what is wrong with the machine when there is high vibration. So with the help of FFT spectrum or cardiogram of machine, we can tell or we can pinpoint whether it is misalignment, whether it is unbalance, whether it is looseness, whether it is damage. And there are so many other condition monitoring problems, and these are checked by a vibration sensor called accelerometer. There is velocity meter which measures velocity, accelerometer measures acceleration, eddy current probe measures displacement. All these things we will see in detail in the sessions to come. So this is a small sample. I would like to show a sensor like a stethoscope. So this is a magnetic stethoscope which we put it on the machine, and the vibrations are picked up by this particular stethoscope which works on piezoelectric crystal principle, and the electric signal is mechanical signal is converted to electrical signal. This is what is called eddy current probes, which are used for very high turbines and power plants. And these are online monitoring techniques, 24 hours operation and 24 hours monitoring. The moment vibration increases, machine, it will automatically trip the machine, or it will automatically send the alarm that vibration is increasing. And that is how you will save the machine from a catastrophic failure. And that is how this particular vibration techniques will give you an insight into the health of machine. And that is why it is called condition monitoring. We check the vibrations in three directions: horizontal, vertical, and axial. And these are the figures how you can check horizontal, vertical, and axial. And ISO, International Organization for Standardization, has given the acceptable vibration limits above which you should not operate any machine. And we will be giving you practical in your own college laboratory. We have a vibration analyzer, and we will show you the different vibration techniques and vibration values. You will, each and every one of you will personally use that particular equipment and be comfortable, so that wherever you go, I am assuring you that you will surely use this technique somewhere or the other in your career. So why we have to do all this is because we have to increase the life of machine. And how the life of machine is calculated is by mean time between failures. That is what is called MTBF. MTBF means mean time between failures. So you have to increase the mean time between failure. It from 2 years you have to increase. How I can take it to 3 years? From 3 years you can think how can I take it to 4 years? And you have to reduce the MTTR, means mean time to repair. So sometimes you take 1 day or 2 days for a machine to repair. You have to plan your activity such that the mean time to repair is the minimum and mean time between failure, MTBF, is the maximum. So this is how we are going to see the detection of high vibration, how it is done, analyze the vibration with this FFT spectrum or cardiogram, and the correction of the machine. What is correction? Identifying if there is unbalance, balance the rotor. We are balancing our car tires, and we also align, is it not? We do alignment and balancing of car tires. Why we are doing? Because there is some vibration in the steering or wobbling of wheels. And that is why in the similar way in machinery also we need to do alignment and balancing. So we will be giving you an insight into what is unbalance, what is misalignment. So I would like to show you how the balancing is done. There is a video we have done here. So I will we will be showing you exactly how the balancing will be done. And this is the way where the balancing will be done. This is a this is what you call a software by which we keep the rotor in simply supported or overhung or whatever configuration which is required, and it will give you how much weight to add and at what angle. Like how do you do tire balancing, some weight is added, in the same way we have to add the weight there. So this is how we are going to give you so many other techniques: misalignment, how to align the machines; belt alignment, how to align the belts; and other how to find out the various rubbing or soft foot. And there are so many abnormalities. Resonance is one of the very catastrophic failure. Because of resonance I have already occurred. You can see on the Google, there are so many failures because of resonance. We will discuss them in detail, and that is how the bearing defect frequencies we will be studying, the gear problems also we will be studying, and not last but not the least, the electrical problems in electrical motors. And at the last, the bearing will give you the best life if lubrication is very good. And that too also we will be studying in this little condition monitoring sessions which we have discussed just now. These are only few gist of workshop I have shown you. There are so many other workshops like operation and maintenance of pumps, operation and maintenance of compressors, operation and maintenance of turbines, and so many other things. You will be getting the hands-on experience and the practical approach, how you should study the operation and maintenance aspects of various rotating machines, and also static machines like boilers, heat exchangers, pipelines, and so many things. We will be bringing the experts to you in these various fields, and that is how we would like to see that you will stand apart among hundreds of students whenever you go and answer an interview. So all the best, my dear students, and thank you very much for your patient listening. We see you very soon in this training program, which will be a life turning event, or you can say a U-turn of your life. You will be giving your self to the best to the company and to the management, so that company and yourself will, both of you will be benefited in a win-win situation. Thank you very much and goodbye.